I did a video called Get Your Freaking Hands Off Me. I learned animation when I was doing it. What do you learn from Kamal sir? I actually didn't expect 39 people to have a home setup. I was really shocked. Train for 10,000 hours. Do that, you will become a master in it. I use Studio One. Studio One, even from the initial stage of Studio One, I've been using Studio One. I love the DAW because there is something called Melodyne integration inside the software. So I really loved it, and it's very simple to use, drag and drop and everything. You guys should check up music theriyadavungalukku. What he's asking is, what is the software I use to produce music? That is what he's asking. So that is what I'm answering. I had my own journey of traveling through Logic Pro, Cubase, FL Studio, and I still like FL Studio and Live and everything. At last, I've landed in Studio One. I might move on to another one. FL Studio is really interesting me for EDM and electronic stuff. So you guys should check that up. It's consistency. I'll say that consistency. Whatever, maybe a music producer or a musician or a singer, whatever it is, there is something called as 10,000 hour rule. In whichever field you want to exceed, just practice and train for 10,000 hours. Do that, and of course you will become a master in it. Yeah, I know everyone wants a shortcut, and there is no shortcut for success. No, I didn't learn anywhere. I just started off with Cubase actually. At 18, I got a job in a software company as a composer, and they had Cubase. So I started working, and creating music in it. And then I moved to Fruity Loops then. So that's how. So I didn't particularly take any class. Apart from music production, orchestral scoring, film scoring, I learned in La Salle College of the Arts in Singapore under the music Australian composer Lindsay Vickery. One thing is persistence and grit. Whatever you want to do or learn, be persistent. Another thing was, if you want to do something in a new field, or if you want to venture in a new area which you don't know, go learn it properly. I did a video called Get Your Freaking Hands Off Me. So I learned animation when I was doing it, and now I'm getting into a business venture. Soon you'll be knowing about it, and again we'll talk about more, because I didn't know anything about business. In fact, I didn't know anything about finance, and but I started learning it. I'm still learning. I took a course in MBA, and so everything, the aspect of learning before getting into anything, that I learned from Kamal sir. No, I've always believed that online working is the mode. And see, because I actually didn't expect 39 people to have a home setup. I was really shocked. I was actually expecting only 5 to 6 people, and getting their voices and taking layers of it, 5 or 10 layers from them, and manipulating it. But when 39 people said that they have a composing setup, I was blown away. So that is the future. And even now, right now, because I'm collaborating with many musicians and remote orchestras. We record orchestras abroad, and initially I was going, but now I don't go there. We record remotely. When orchestras can do it, of course, an individual person with a laptop, small twin sound card, Apollo or whatever sound card, and a good microphone, of course they can do. So online working is the future. Every scale, because according to the Western music, it's always like, okay, if you want to do a happy song, then they say it's major scales, and if you want to say sad or painful, or especially for orchestral music, like minor scales or is best. But Raja sir have broken all the rules. Raja sir ellathiyume rule break pannirkaru, or even he has composed a happy song using Shivaranjani Rag. Shivaranjani Rag is supposed to be a sad raga, but he has composed a happy dance number, and he has taken happy raga and done a uh, very sad song. So any rag, any scale is great. If it comes from your heart, any duet song will be perfect in any scale. எனக்கு நிறைய பேரை பிடிக்கும். ராஜா சார், எம்எஸ்வி சார், ரமன் சார், அண்ட் இப்போ கரண்ட்டில் அஃப்கோர்ஸ் எல்லாருமே ஈவன் அனிருத், சந்தோஷ் நாராயணன், இது பெரிய ஒரு லிஸ்ட் அது. Initially, I've learned violin, veena, saxophone, keyboard, piano, and mirdangam. I learnt with Viku Naikaram sir. Yeah, I'm not an expert in everything. I just learned to understand the instrument and compose for it. I'll call myself more than an instrument player. I call myself as a composer. My favorite or close to heart instrument, I love orchestra sound, especially like string instruments, and I like piano.